Are we getting a recap? I need a recap.
I will give you your recap, sir.
Yes.
I have it written out. I was just doing it from memory, but I'm like, nah, it's been too big of a break. I need to write it out.
Oh, I beat you by 5 seconds
You beat me by what?
on Twitter. Hey, you gotta step your Twitter game up, buddy.
Quickest tweet in the West.
Enter with advantage.
So I found out you can use a PS4 controller on your Switch.
On what?
On your Switch, you can use a
I thought you
PS4
said
controller.
on Twitch. I was like, that doesn't seem very
No, on your Switch. But you gotta buy like this little adapter that you connect to the USB port, and then it'll convert the inputs from PlayStation to Switch.
That's pretty cool.
Because a lot of people love the PS4's D-pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's one of the best D-pads in the game.
Alright, I'm gonna check it real quick.
I
Wait,
mainly just use the Pro controller.
I heard it's brutal.
Test.
Test, test.
Test. Do I sound clear to you guys?
Sure.
Yes.
Sound clear to me?
Turning myself up.
Hey!
Turning myself up more.
Who's there?
Alright, I'll just talk louder. Woohoo. Alright.
Woohoo.
Woot. Alright. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 6 of Adventure with Advantage. We've had a bit of a break. I think it's been 2 weeks off, so...
We are refreshed.
Yeah, we are refreshed and ready to go. Alright, let's do a quick recap. Alright, so... in episode 5, the party made their way to the city guard's house, hoping to ask Captain Doring some questions regarding the murder that had taken place in the Sun's Rise district. They were pointed to the Temple of Mirian in Guild's Way and were told Doring was making his way there. Once there, they asked around before finding out that Captain Doring was meeting with High Priestess Delma. The party waited for the meeting to end and then followed Doring back to the guard house, where he invited them to be at the temple at dusk to examine the body. While they waited, the party made their way to the Broken Dagger Inn, hoping to meet with the Hook, an infamous loan shark. After convincing the barkeep that he was in need of money, Levy found himself alone and face to face with the Hook and his thugs. The conversation got pretty tense, but after some smooth talking and some good rolls by Levy, he was able to make a deal with the Hook. Levy was able to ask the Hook any questions he had about the murder, if Levy promised to perform a drop for the Hook at some point in the future. After signing the contract, Levy unfortunately found out that the Hook knew very little about the murder and actually cared less. The party then made their way back to the temple, with Levy feeling that he had gotten the short end of the deal. They followed Captain Doring and High Priestess Delma to the catacombs, where the body of Sebastian was being given its last rites. Doring proceeded to cast a spell, allowing him to speak with the spirit of Sebastian, the victim, much to the surprise of the party. It was soon revealed that the entity that had killed Sebastian seemingly killed him for no other reason than that he would be the beginning of his legacy, to which everyone in the room had the terrifying realization that they may have a serial killer on their hands. That is the recap, and I believe where we had left off, you guys were all leaving the Temple of Mirian. Steelscar had asked her a few questions, and I believe was going to make his way back the next morning to talk with her about something personal. And that is where we can pick up. So you guys are in the process of making your way back to the guardhouse with Doring. It's getting dark out. The sun is set, the moon is up. It's a little windy tonight. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
You said it's around late afternoon, right? Close to dusk.
Oh no, it's night at this point.
Oh, it's
You guys,
night. Okay.
yeah, you guys arrived at dusk and you were down there a little bit. I'd say at this point it's
Is
dark.
Captain Doring still with us?
Yes, he was with you guys when you were leaving the temple. He
Okay,
seemed to
'cause
be making his way back toward the guardhouse.
I have in my notes that I wanted to ask him a question
Mhm.
before we parted ways.
Yep,
Because I wanted to talk to him about what to put into the report.
go for it.
Captain Doring.
Yes.
So, what of this revelation that we just witnessed do you want me to put or not put in my report for the Goblin Gazette? Is there anything sensitive here that you'd rather leave out?
So you can tell he is obviously kind of jarred by this realization, as everyone else seems to be. So he kind of thinks for a moment, and finally answers and says, "The truth, Levy, is what I would encourage you to write. Attempting to hide what we have found, though it may reduce panic, can possibly lead to us with blood on our hands, and that is not something that I want. Ensuring everyone in town is informed will equip everyone to stay safe. The best way to stop the murders is to catch the killer. And if everyone in town is looking, there's a better chance they'll be caught."
Okay, sounds great then. Thank you. I would not dream of printing anything other than the truth, but would be fine if, bending that rule for any, bearing of bloodshed.
He says, "Well, that's good to know. If you boys don't mind, I need to make my way back to the guardhouse as quickly as possible to let everyone know of the situation here. You're welcome to tag along, but I will be making my way there right away." As he
All right.
starts moving through the streets toward the guild house. Or guardhouse, keep saying guild house. Guardhouse.
Hey, did my video die? Sorry.
Nope, I still see you.
Yeah, looks good.
You there?
Well, good.
It's just not on my screen. It's weird.
What would you guys like to do?
What do you guys want to do? I'm probably gonna go write my report, so if you guys wanted to go do something while I did that, you're welcome to.
I think Steelscar. Around what time is it? Is it late night or?
It's getting I'd say, I think you guys got there around dusk, so I think it was around like 5 o'clock. I'd say at this point it's probably about 6, maybe getting close to 7, so the sun has set. You can see the moon up in the sky. Why? What are you trying to determine?
No, I guess Steelscar himself. I guess I would just decide to head back to the balding bar, grab dinner, and call it a night.
Okay.
Since I have a commitment to attend to early the next morning.
All right. What does everyone else want to do?
I don't really have anything left on my agenda for the day either.
Levy?
So for me, I'd probably want to go back to the Bowling Bard and then kind of write in and make my report up for what we've discovered. Because I
Okay.
think this is a good place to present a report for what we know. We figured out what's going on with the murder. That was our objective. So I feel like that's a good time to write about it. And if the Gazette wants us to pursue this matter any further, then we can. Otherwise, we'll see what they give us.
All right. So you guys make your way back toward the Balding Bard. You can see Doring kind of disappear up ahead. He's walking quickly as you guys make your way in the same direction. So you guys make your way through Guild's Way. So you are on the map right over here in Guild's Way. So you are making your way up to the Merchant District, or Merchant Quarter, to the Balding Bard. most of the people, you see a few people, walking around in the dark. The torches and stuff are lit along the roads. You can see some guards walking through with torches on hand, just kind of like, dots of light in this town. And then you eventually make your way to the Balding Bard, where you guys are staying. And as you guys enter in, you are greeted with a lively, chorus of people talking, laughter, just all sorts of your typical bar noises.
Cool. Can we go grab the barkeep then and get some food?
Yeah. So barkeep is Harry, who is talking to some people who are up at the bard. Good lord, I can't talk tonight. The bar. So you want to go up and talk to him? What do you want to ask him?
Just for a meal, dinner, because we're staying there, so we probably have a meal with our stay.
Okay. So yeah, after
And
you
then-
wait your turn, he
yeah.
kind of turns to you and he's like, "All right, I'll be sure to. Are you staying down here or heading up to your room?"
Hey guys, what do you guys think? Do you want to stay down here? We can grab a table or something, hang out for a bit.
Yeah, I can stay down here for a while, have some dinner, maybe discuss what we learned today. You
Yeah.
never know. It was, and maybe you can go more into depth of how. Oh, wait, you got robbed. I forgot.
I got robbed?
You got the bad end of a deal.
I did, but
But now
I'm still here, so that's good. It
But
could not be.
maybe we can plan around this deal that you made, or come up with an alternative or something.
Yeah, sure. I don't know what the person's going to be asking of me, so we'll find out. I'll let you know when I find out what's being asked.
He's like, "So sorry. What do you need me to do? You need me to send the food up to your rooms, or are you staying down here?"
Table will be fine. Table will be fine.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Yeah, just find a table and we'll bring some food out to you. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
So you guys find a table nearby. As you kind of sit and
Surprised you
survey,
didn't put a yes or no.
it is a very lively area. You can see, there's a band up front. They're playing music. You see some people around. Actually, let me look something up real quick. All right, as you guys are all sitting there, actually, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check.
Oh, perception. You said that is okay.
14.
15.
Oh, never mind. That's a 6. No, because the 6 and the way the natural 20 is, the symbols almost look the same. So it's only a 6.
Okay. So Steelscar, you're just too engrossed in thinking about everything that's happened today to notice anything around you. But Levy and Elamir, you do notice that there seems to be a group of people kind of gathered around near, kind of off to one of the tables nearby. And you just kind of hear loud oohs and ahs, of people shouting and kind of clapping, and something seems to be going on in that direction. You're not exactly sure. You can't exactly see.
Can we go grab a peek over there? Elamir, what do you think?
Yeah, you can go take a look.
Yeah, I think I need some normal human contact after what we've just seen.
Sounds good. So we'll make our way kind of over there and try and get a peek of what the sound's coming from.
All right.
Hopefully it's an alive person talking.
All right, so you guys make your way over. Steelscar, you see them leave. Are you wanting to follow them, or are you just gonna stay seated?
Guys, are you not gonna eat? You want me to?
No, you don't hear that?
I don't hear nothing. I'm just waiting for my food.
Oh no, dude, there's something going on over there. We were gonna go check it out. Maybe
All
something
right.
lively after
All
seeing what we just saw.
All right, let's go. I'll follow them.
Okay. All right, so you guys make your way over, and as you are kind of getting a peek, you see two individuals sitting at a table. You see a human male He kind of has his hair pulled back in a ponytail, and he has a bushy brown beard. And you see a dwarf, kind of a large burly dwarf, who is sitting at a table as well, and they're both kind of like getting their arms ready as they kind of reach forward and put their arms out and clench their arms, and you see people around the tables making bets. It seems that they're having a arm wrestling contest at the table.
As soon as I see what's going on, my eyes get wide-eyed, and I want in on this.
Can I look over to Steelscar and just be like, give him like some winky eyebrows, like, oh.
Of course.
What do you think?
I look at
Sounds like
Levy, and I'm
you
like, I look at Levy, and I just give him a thumbs up.
All right.
So before he starts, I want to inspire him for.
Well, here, let me go ahead and
if
finish
he
up.
if he does go.
Yeah, let me finish up these two guys, and then we'll get to Steelscar. All right, so here we go. They kind of start going at it, and you see their muscles tensing as they're, just making faces. And here we go. All right, so first. All right, so you see as they're kind of stand still, and then the human seems to be getting an advantage, and the dwarf just kind of and just smacks it down, as the dwarf is the victor, and everyone around the table is just kind of like, ah! You're cheering and stuff around the table. People exchanging money. Some seem frustrated, some seem happy, and then you see just the crowd seem to be looking around. Someone kind of pop up, and he's like, "Does anyone else want to challenge Adnar tonight?"
I challenge you, and I step forward.
So I do want to bless him, or bardic inspiration him before he goes in. So
how are you inspiring
I'm gonna be
him?
like, Steelscar, we had a hell of a day. Go get him.
All right.
Pat me on the back.
And who's taking bets?
There's so you see kind of a halfling standing nearby. He's standing up on a table as people are kind of getting close to him, and he's kind of like writing stuff down on his piece of paper as quickly as possible. He seems to be the guy to talk to.
Can I place a bet?
Yeah, of course.
What are the odds right now?
So you're asking the halfling?
Yeah.
All right. He's like, well, to be perfectly honest with you, I've never seen this new combatant, so I'm not sure exactly what the odds would be. Just give me a minute to decide. And he kind of like looks over Steelscar for a minute.
I start flexing, like,
for the crowd. You hear people in the crowd kind of like, cheering, yeah, as the dwarf is kind of like shaking out his arms. He's getting ready. And go ahead and actually roll a performance check.
oh crap. All right. You said performance?
Yes. So
Okay.
good you can sell it.
18.
18.
Ooh.
All right. You seem to get the crowd quite rowdy and excited. And the halfling kind of looks up at you and he goes, I'd say he'd double it if he wins.
Okay. Can I throw 50 gold on him?
He says, of course.
Yeah. I'll throw down 50 on him.
I look at the who is the person that's taking bets? It's another dwarf.
No, the person taking bets is a halfling.
I look at the halfling and I'm like, can I bet on myself?
He says,
Or is it only outsiders and not the actual participants?
yeah, I don't know that. Typically, no, the person participating is not going to place their own bet. You can maybe have a friend bet for you.
I hand. How much gold do I have? Jesus Christ, that's not okay. I hand 50 gold to Levy.
Okay.
I'll throw another 50 on then.
All right.
Oh man.
Elamir, you want in on this?
No, I'm not a gambler.
All right. Go ahead and all right. So you, Steelscar, you can see the dwarf kind of like At this point, too, you're not wearing your full armor. I would imagine you're taking your helmet off or something.
Yeah, I have my helmet off. I'm just
All right, you're getting ready to relax.
exactly like I have
Alright.
my sword, my everything sheathed. I'm in more of a relaxation mode.
Gotcha. All right, so you see the large, burly dwarf with his red beard. He has like a red mohawk and tattoos up his arm, and he kind of leans forward and he's like, "Hey, the best of luck to ya." And he kind of like grins, a big grin, as he just like grabs a mug nearby and just chugs it.
I tell him,
Reaches his arm out and he's like,
"Best of luck to you too." And I put my hand down in the ready position as well.
"All right, you guys connect." And someone nearby gives you the countdown. The 3, 2, 1, and then the crowd just starts going wild. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Strength check.
Yep.
All right. Strength or athletics? Just straight
Just
strength.
Pure strength.
All right, pure strength. Zero. What was that inspiration do? D6 extra, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a natural 20. 24. But I will roll it just in case. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 total.
All right, it's almost like the dwarf wasn't
Break his
even,
arm, break
he
his
wasn't
arm.
even ready or something. You just slam his arm down so quick, and just as it smacks into the table, and everyone in the crowd just starts losing it. They're all like, "Ah!" As the dwarf just looks pissed off, as he just like shakes his head, and he's so frustrated. The crowd seemed to be loving it though, so he rolled a natural 1. So nothing was gonna help him. All right.
I didn't know that. So I had
Halfling, money.
Yeah. So the halfling, he's going around getting the bets. It seemed like a lot of people were expecting Adnar to win, not the newcomer, but. You make your way up to the halfling, and he's like, "All right, 100 gold for you, and you had 2 bets, right?"
Yep.
All right, and there'll be another 100.
Sweet.
Congrats on that.
Thanks.
All right, and you see, at this point, the halfling kind of stands up, and he's like, "Is there anyone else who wants to challenge the newcomer here?" And kind of after a moment, you hear a voice from the back say, "I will," as this large female half-orc steps forward. She has like shaved hair on the sides, black pulled back, just icy blue eyes as she stares you down, Steelscar. She says,
I stare her
Gotta
down.
fight her now.
she's like, "You want to go another round?"
I will go another round against you.
All right. You see, she kind of like
I'm mean mugger.
warming up her arms, right? Flexing,
Steelscar,
stretching,
to your corner.
do everything she can as she sits down in her chair, gets comfortable, and sticks her arm out.
Can we bet?
You can bet again, yeah, if you want.
I look at Levy and I'm like, place all my winnings on me again.
All right. So I'm gonna go to the halfling.
Okay, so you're going back up to the halfling to place another bet.
Yeah, I'm gonna place another bet.
All right.
I'm gonna do. I'll just place 1 at this time. So I'm just gonna do. Just do it all. Fucking 200 on Steelscar.
All right. He goes, well, after that performance, I'm going to say doubling it may be a little much. I'll say you'll get half of what you bet, if that makes sense. So you get your full bet and half.
Yeah, that's
instead
fine.
of doubling
25.
it.
Yeah, 50% increase.
Yep.
That's fine.
All right. So what are you doing? You're placing 200 down?
200.
All right. So if you win...
That was
we would
100
get
from
a-
me, 100 from Steelscar.
yeah.
That would be 100 extra at the end, right?
Yeah, so he'd get...
Yeah.
Instead of getting 400, you get 300.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
So, all right, as the halfling seems to get all the winning or the bets placed, he looks toward the crowd as he's getting everyone pumped up, and you just hear the crowd shout, "Yeah, yeah!" People drinking their ales, getting ready as he counts down. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh
Alright.
shit. Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm not inspired this time, right?
You're not inspired.
No, I
no.
tried to, but I couldn't get you over to me.
That's fine. Another strength check.
Yep.
22 total.
Oh my gosh. She got 22 as well.
Ooh,
Alright,
What?
so it
Roll
starts, it starts, and you guys are both just in a deadlock as the muscles are straining, and the half-orcs just, you see like a vein just like popping out in her head as just both of you are going at it. Go ahead and roll another strength check.
Oh my god. I'm nervous. 22 again! I got another 18!
Alright, and you guys are just sitting there just staring each other down as you just get this, surge of energy and just strength as you just, bam, smack her arm down as you win, as the crowd...
There's a lot of sweat dripping from my forehead as that is happening.
Alright.
We made the money!
And the crowd is just losing it as everyone's freaking out and having a good time. And Steelscar is the victor for the right now.
As we finish this, I stand up, I extend my hand out in a sign of respect to the half-orc, and I'm like, you were such a worthy opponent, with like being out of breath after that encounter.
Alright, she reaches out and shakes your hand and is like, glad to hear it. As she takes a swig of her mug and disappears into the crowd. Alright. Levy, assuming you're gonna go to the halflings.
Yeah, grab the
walk
money
out
and
with 300 as he hands that out. He's like, man, made some nice coin tonight. Maybe we'll see you in here tomorrow night. Always something exciting going on here.
Wonderful. Sounds great. Can't wait. Can I go give Steelscar his winnings?
Yeah. So you walk up, he's like kind of sweaty and exhausted, but
Just
happy to have won.
here. Money.
You have to do a strength check to see if you can hold that much gold.
Yeah, do you want me to strength check to see if I can hold his gold? I'm gonna fail it, I can tell you.
You're good. If you can't hold gold, then that's you have other problems.
So that's 150 each, right?
Yeah.
Yep. See, you guys both put down the same amount both times, so split in half. I think you made an extra 100 gold. Alright. You guys, are sitting there, crowd seems to kind of be dispersing. People going back to their drinks and their food, listening to the music, going back to their conversation.
Is our food ready, by the way?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're going to head back to your table, you see that your food has been placed at a table.
Sweet, let's eat.
Time to eat. I am tired after that second bout.
Alright, so you guys sit down, eat, enjoy the moment of respite from the stress that you guys have been in recently. Investigating a murder, Levy coming face to face with a lone shark and his two big thugs and barely making out of that. It's nice to have a break and just enjoy the company of others, not having to worry about heavier things going on.
Yep. It's nice, but gonna break that with some questions, guys. So, what do you guys think? What do you think happened?
Well, you got gypped. That's what happened.
yeah, I did. But, do we want to... Does that need to be part of the story? I don't think it needs to be part of it. We didn't learn anything from it.
You don't need to listen
Oh, are you talking about your report?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant what happened today.
Yeah.
In general, because you got gypped.
It's okay. I made some coin at the end, thanks to a friend.
You're welcome.
Not so poor after all.
Not so poor. It's like what, 150 down, 3,000 more to go for that
Yeah,
spell storing ring.
just a small business loan.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Small business line
Yeah,
available.
so Sebastian didn't really do anything.
No.
He was
I
just
feel
wrong
like-
place, wrong time.
Yeah. I feel like he was more interested, like whoever did this is more interested in the fact that they stole his face
Yeah.
than anyone would be for just killing him. It's not something that he did. And I think that's more terrifying.
Right. Not only do you have a face, but you have a face of somebody that nobody would really recognize.
Yeah.
And well,
Interesting.
the person that we're looking for supposedly wore many faces.
Very true.
And something about being the beginning of his legacy.
Yeah, so I have a feeling something else might happen in this town.
And if I remember correctly from what the interaction that happened at the actual temple, he made it sound like it was more than one person because he referred to the culprits as them and not him or her.
Yeah. Or it could be unknown. Didn't know what it was. So if it could have been like if it's not a him or her, it could be just a they. They're just like, oh, I have no idea what they are.
A monster.
A monster.
Yeah,
A
it
demon.
sounds like a monster with many faces.
Um,
White eyes, no mouth.
And when I DM, when I was checking out the body from afar, I don't remember, did I do any sort of arcane check? I don't think we
I thought you
detected
did in the
anything.
room.
No, and yeah, no, you did not.
Okay.
Yeah, it was more just you got a quick peek at the body when it was at
Right.
the site of the incident.
True. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, so this is where we decide if we're journalists or if we do something about this.
Well,
I was hired to protect you guys in case anything happened. So, whatever decision you guys make, just know that my job is to defend you guys.
Purposely put ourselves in danger.
well, first of all, we're gonna have to write a report no matter what. And I feel like if the Gazette has something else they want us to be looking up, we can always look at this at the same time. It's not like our journeys around the city and what we're reporting on is going to be a hindrance to if we wanted to help solve it. But then at the same time, we do have a very large guard force. Captain Doring seems like a very upstanding man. And if he needed our help, he knows we'd probably give it if he asked.
Right.
Of course, but who's to say that this person is easy to catch? He might be a very difficult, or they might be a very difficult group to catch if they're wearing many masks. Maybe they come in with one face and then appear with another. I don't know.
Sounds good. I think I have an idea of what to write. Then I'll show it to you guys before. Well, I guess it gets sent in automatically now. So
You can do the rough draft on the some parchment.
yeah,
You could probably write
that's
it
a good
down on
idea. I think I'll
parchment.
do that. I'll do a rough draft first and then pen it in.
And if you need me to read it over again, just let me know.
I will do. I got a glowing review last time, so I'm kind of looking forward to another one. It made me feel real good. It made my whole week. You have no idea.
But a whole week hasn't passed. Oh no, we did have a week off, right?
No,
We had a week of downtime in game.
No, he gave
No,
you the
it's
next
been like 2
assignment,
days.
like right after.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
been
not
like
been
a
that
day.
long.
I thought you said we had some downtime after the.
Well, the downtime was kind of when Levy was writing up his first report. you and Elamir kind of did some stuff that you wanted to do. But no, it's been one after another at this point.
It's been like what, 2, maybe 3 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe it's been just 2 days.
What a fun 2 days. Killed a
Wow.
trash monster. We saw a dead body. That dead body came back to life.
Well, I'll hang out. I'll hang out down here with these guys while Levy writes his report before I call it a night. Then take him probably a few hours to get it written down and done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then I'll go spend time and write it.
Okay. All right.
Do a draft and then review it and then pen it in.
Sounds good. All right. So go ahead, Levy. So you're gonna go ahead and make your way up to your room.
Yeah, I'll go make my way up.
All right. So you make your way up to your room. Go ahead and roll
I'll make-
a performance check to see how good you do on this assignment. Do you have anything particular you're putting down, or just?
So, I guess, yeah, particulars would be, I want to kind of talk about the assignment. I want to talk about, basically, hey, we discovered that there was a murder that had occurred over in the, God, what's the district's name? Sunrise District. We went to investigate. The city guard were posted outside, giving no comment. Through some investigative journalism, we decided to find out that who the culprit was, or who the victim was, which was Sebastian, and then I can talk about what Sebastian was and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then kind of go on and say, like, through some arcane magic, we've learned that the killer killed Sebastian for no apparent reason, other than to make off with the victim's face. And the killer has warned that this is going to be the first of his legacy, and we should all keep safe.
Okay.
And I rolled a with pluses 15.
Okay. All right. So you
Right.
write it up, and you think it looks pretty good.
Cool. Looks decent.
All right. And Elamir and Steelscar, what are you guys doing at this point? As Levy
I'm
goes up
gonna-
to his room.
I'll head up to my room and call it a night.
Okay. And Elamir,
Same.
Okay.
Oh, I got
All right. So are you guys resting for the night then?
Yes.
I
I am at least.
Steelscar wanted to read the thing before I penned it in, so I'll go, like, if he's... Is Steelscar, are you in your room?
I am. I would be heading to my room. Probably. I did say I was gonna read it, so yep.
Okay, so then I'll knock on your room and, like, give you the report and let you read it.
All right. So you go.
So
ahead
I
and
was gonna-
read it to
Here you go, here you go, buddy. Check it out. It's finished.
All right. I believe what I had to do last time was make a intelligence check. So Steelscar,
Make
go ahead
a-
and make an intelligence check, just to see how you think it is. Like,
Oh my
looking it over,
god.
you're basically giving him a peer review here.
Good luck.
Oh my god. That's my worst. That's my worst trait. I got a 1.
Again?
A 2 minus 1 equals 1.
Oh my god.
It looks like the greatest piece of written literature you have ever read in your life. It's immaculate. Like,
Levy, are you in my room or did you just hand it? And
No,
then-
I'm here waiting for you to read it, while you're reading it, because I do need to take it back and copy it over into my book afterwards.
I look up and I'm like, this is another master written by you. You
Thank you.
are such a smart and amazing writer. And
like
I hand
actually,
it back.
it actually brings like a tear to your eye. It's so
Yeah, it brings a little tear to my eye.
Your compliment brings a tear to mine.
All right, so he hands it back to you, Levy. Just astounded at the craftsmanship, or I should say penmanship you've displayed.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, well, I want to state the fact that while Steelscar is reading it, he has trouble with some of the words, so he like pronounces them wrong.
You like give him a few bits of feedback about how he could fix something, but it's because the word was wrong, and he tells you, "Oh, that makes sense." All right, so he hands it back to you, and
like I'll be like,
What's
you
up?
see how this word is SEE when you write the word C? Why don't you just cross that out and use the letter C? It's the same thing.
Why use more word when few words do good?
There you go.
Exactly. All right. So he hands it back to you, Levy, and you now have your peer reviewed red marked
Oh.
on it.
Ooh, red mark. It's just 100 out of 100. That's the only red mark on it.
It's a smiley face, actually.
Just
You can
That
do
phone
it.
number.
I like this.
Call me.
So then I'll copy the report over into the book.
Okay. All right. So you copy it over, and as you're writing it in the book, it just the words seem to kind of illuminate for a second as your pen kind of moves across the page, just momentarily. It's a very cool device. It's the first time you've had the chance to actually use it for its intended purpose.
It's very cool.
All right. So
Agreed.
I'm a
finish
light
that up?
writer.
And what would you?
Yep,
You
okay,
gonna,
yep.
You gonna head to bed too?
I'll head to bed afterwards. It's late, definitely, and then I'll just wake up in the morning and head downstairs when I'm done. So.
All right.
Yeah, once he leaves my room, I just call it night.
Okay. So you guys all rest through the night. It's a restful night. Wake up in the morning.
I make sure to wake up around 5:30ish in the morning,
All right.
a little
Yeah.
earlier than normal.
Probably gonna wake up a little before everyone else, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I want to wake up early, get ready,
Mhm.
and I want to head off to the Temple of Miriam.
All right. So Steelscar, you wake up early, get ready, head downstairs into the Balding Bard. You see a few people. Some seem to be recovering from their festivities last night. Others just kind of moving on with their day, heading out. Not super busy. And you make your way through the merchant quarter into the Guild's Way toward the Temple of Miriam.
Yes, and as I get to the temple, I want to enter the temple, and I want to look. Oh snap! Where's my other note? What was her name again?
The priestess.
The priestess. Yes, the high priestess.
You remember her name?
I should remember her name. I have the.
I only met her briefly.
She gave us her name.
High Priestess Delma.
Elma. There you go.
Delma.
Delma.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so see how the sun is beginning to rise in the morning as you make your way through Guild's Way. Few people, out on the streets. As you make your way to the temple, you see the temple doors are open, and you step inside and kind of look around. It's not very populated. It is quite early. You see a few priests kind of scattered about. You do manage to spot High Priestess Delma, kind of, kneeling in one of the pews. Seems to be in deep prayer or meditation or something like that.
I decide to sit in one of the pews in the front. I'm not going to disturb her, and I'm going to wait till she's done with her prayer or meditation. I'm going to wait there patiently.
All right. So you wait probably about 10 minutes until you see her kind of right herself, kind of move the hair out of her face as she stands up and starts to make her way to her room. And as she does so, she kind of sees you and is like, Steelscar, it's good to see you. I'm glad you could make it.
Yes, good morning. Would you mind if we had a private conversation? I have a very important and troubling matter to discuss with you.
She kind of has a concerned look on her face, but she kind of just points you toward her quarters, and she's like, "Of course, follow me." As she leads you toward the same room that her and Doring were having a conversation in. And so you enter in. It's a very nice room. You see a large desk. You see a bookshelf filled with all sorts of books, and you see some candles around. There's some sunlight is making its way in from the windows. Then there's another room that seems to be her sleeping quarters and stuff. But you seem to be standing in her main, the living space of this room as she kind of closed the door, and she's like, please, what is it you would like to discuss?
I'm like, so I'm on this journey, and I'm trying to find someone who's supposed to be important to my life. Now, growing up with my father, I was never really a religious person because father never raised me up like that. It was all about raising war dogs and whatnot and trying to join the military. But he did give me he gave me a little memento saying that this is what my mother had given him. And I pull out like the little necklace that I have on my neck that has like a shield with wings on it, and I show it to her, and I'm like, so this is all that I have. And I've been around smaller towns, but they've never been really able to tell me any details of what this symbolizes. And now that I'm in the big city, I was hoping maybe someone of your caliber could actually let me know what this means.
She it's like, of course, as she reaches out and kind of grabs the amulet or necklace and starts to kind of look it over for a few minutes. So after she, you see her kind of like looking at the symbol on it, looking at the back. She says, "Interesting. I'm not familiar with this particular symbol. It's not one of the main symbols of the 12. So I don't think I can give you an exact answer. I'm really sorry, I've not seen it before. It kind of reminds me of the symbol of Eldrin, but it's not exactly the same. The symbol of Eldrin is simply a sword and a shield. This is a shield with wings." And she kind of thinks for a moment. She's like, it's possible that maybe it's some sort of splinter group. Many of the, you have the 12, the gods of Ithane and their followers. But there are different splinter groups or sects that have kind of broken off, and while they may claim to follow a certain god, their beliefs may not line up exactly with the main force of that god's followers. So it's very possible that this could be one of those splinter groups' symbols that they've created. But unfortunately, I've never seen this before.
Well, I have one last question for you. Have you ever witnessed or heard about people who can fly?
She thinks for a moment. She's like, I've heard of powerful magic wielders of the arcane who have been able to fly through the air. I've never seen it myself, but I know it's possible. Why do you ask?
No, I've seen wizards fly before, but that's not what I mean. And I close my eyes, and then I open them, and they're shimmering white. And it's the ability is Radiant Soul. So once per long rest, after I'm 3rd level, I can use an action to transform. And so from the back of Steelscar, you see 2 white wings spread out. And I look at her and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about.
She seems kind of startled, kind of just steps back. And she kind of like walks around you and, inspecting the wings. She's like, this is very, very interesting. She's like, I have never encountered an Nasamar before in person. I'm assuming you have some sort of celestial blood? Is that right?
Well, the only thing I knew that my father said is that mother, when she left, she had to go back to the gods, but he never mentioned her by name. He never said anything else about her. I don't know what the conversations they had went like, but I discovered this ability, I want to say maybe in my late teens. And when I did, he would always forbid me from activating it, saying it could be a danger to myself.
And she, kind of, she was circling around you, and she finally kind of gets to the front, and she's like, well, I'm sure it wasn't a very easy situation for your father. I'm sure he was just trying to keep you safe. This would certainly draw the attention of some people, for good or ill. I'm sure he was just doing his best.
As she's saying that, my wings like just disappear because it's only lasts a minute.
Yeah. And she says, well, so you're able to do that because you have celestial blood in you, and when you summon those wings, you're tapping into that divine part of yourself. That sounds like it was from your mother. Like I said, I've never encountered an Aasimar in person. They're not very common, and those that are may try and conceal it for whatever reason.
Yes, that is exactly one of the things Father did say. He said try to conceal it as much as possible and don't really inquire about it. But I felt now that I was in the big city, and since we're working with Captain Doring, and since you seem like a person that Captain Doring can trust, I felt that maybe it would be safe to place my trust in you as well.
And she kind of like leans forward and places an arm on your shoulder, and she says, I can see that this is quite troubling to you, Steelscar. I would be honored to do some research if I can to find out any information about this amulet that you've carried with you.
I would appreciate that very much. And one last thing, I would appreciate if this conversation stayed strictly between us.
She says, of course, of course. She's like, was that it? Did you need anything else that I can help you with?
No, those were my only concerns. I am very thankful that you took time out of your day to meet with me.
She says, of course. I can see that this is really troubling you, so it would be my honor to help you through this. And she kind of, leads you over to the door, and as you guys are making your way over there, she says, you may want to ask Captain Doring about that amulet if you're feeling comfortable. Like I said, I've never seen it before, but it does remind me a little bit of the symbol of Eldrin. He may have something to share about it, I don't know.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much, High Priestess Delma. I bid you a good day.
And she bows and says, May you find comfort in the lady's embrace, as she opens the door for you to exit.
And I take my leave out of the temple. I start making my way back to the inn where we're at the
Balding Bar.
The Balding Barn. Yeah.
Okay. So you start making your way out the temple, toward the merchant quarter. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. Perception. Oh, I don't have a zero perception. 13.
13. Okay. So as you were beginning to make your way through Guild's Way, and your head is just kind of swarming. You feel quite relieved that, this thing that you've been carrying so heavily, you have someone to share that with now, and someone who you feel may actually be able to help you. But as you're doing that, you seem to notice off to your left a small crowd that seems to be gathering between two buildings.
Small crowd between two buildings.
Yes. Kind of like a small alleyway between two buildings.
Is this closer to towards the balding bar or more towards the side of the?
You're still in Guildway. You've not left Guildway yet. You're just on your way out when you know.
All right. Can I try to approach without being seen?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Oh yes, stealth is not bad. 19 total.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
I'm wearing a chain shirt, so it doesn't affect my stealth.
It doesn't give you disadvantage?
No, that's only like heavy armor. I'm wearing medium armor.
All right.
So it was a 19 total.
Okay. So you move up on the crowd. No one really seems to notice you. You're not sure if that's because you moved up there well, or they seem more interested in what is going on. So as you get closer, you kind of hear the voices of the people are kind of panicked. As people are like, quick, get a guard. We need a guard here now. Seems to be about 4 or 5 people right now. But more people, as they're seeing the excitement, are kind of making their way from the road, kind of peering down the alleyway. And as are you moving up closer, or are you kind of staying back?
No, I wanna. I'll move up a little bit closer. I'll move up closer just to see like what I see at the front of the crowd. I'm a little curious, maybe it'll be useful to us, maybe it won't. So I wanna make sure I get all the details. I'm a nosy Steelscar.
We're journalists.
We're journalists. There you go.
There you go. All right, give one second.
I'm just a tank. I'm not a journalist, to be honest.
All right, I gotta find some real quick.
I'm picturing Steelscar. The expression, the pen is mightier than the sword. He just starts wielding like a giant pencil, like Doodle Bob.
There you go. All right, so as you get closer to what everyone seems to be gathering about, you see a body laying on the ground, and you see blood near the body, and from what you can see, this appears to be a guard, and the way that they're laying, they're not face down. It's they're kind of like laying down, and their arms are kind of like up in the air, looking up, and you look kind of horrified as you see that this person's face seems to be removed from their body.
Gross.
That guard without face.
A guard without a face. And actually, go ahead and roll an intelligence check.
Oh man, come on.
This is what you get for waking
Oh
up
my
early.
god, that's a good roll. Minus 16. Minus 1. Yeah, 17 minus 1.
This person, even though they're missing their face, seems familiar to you. It was actually someone that you spoke with at the site of the first murder. This seems to be the body of Kiara, the guard who you guys were speaking with.
What was it? What was the guard's name again? You cut out.
Kiara.
Oh,
Was the female
okay.
guard that Levy and you were speaking to, trying to gain access to the first incident.
Is that the one that I messaged?
Yes, it was.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's one of the last things she heard on this planet.
This is getting
Maybe.
personal.
So after a few minutes, there seems to be a larger crowd kind of gathering about as some guards kind of come rushing up, and they kind of start to clear everyone away. They're like, "Back up, people, please! This is this is an official investigation now." As they start to push, see one guard kind of start to push people back so they can get some space. As another guard goes running off to the, you're assuming, toward the guardhouse. Seems the energy is increasing as people are starting to be frightened. And yeah.
So what I want to do is, as people are trying to, because people are trying to push in and crowd it, right?
The guards are now pushing people back. You were kind of at the front, so you're kind of like right where the guards kind of pushing you guys back.
All right, as the guards are pushing us back, I want to spread my hands and like start moving back, and like whoever's behind me, like I'll be like pushing them back with me.
Okay.
Just to help the guards push everybody back. And as I'm doing that, I'll look at the guard and I'm gonna be like I just met me and my friends just met Kiara last night, and it's such a shame to see her in this state this morning. My condolences to all of you guys for having to go through this with one of your comrades. If there's anything I can do to help you guys, let me know. I am on good terms with Captain Doran, as me and my team have helped them in the past recently. So if there's anything I can do to help out, let me know.
The guard kind of is like, he seems flustered and frustrated and worried. He's like, I appreciate the sentiment, sir, but we just need to, we just need a few minutes, okay? Please just back up. As he's
worry not, I can help you.
You're seeing people. One of the guards is starting to examine her body. What did you say?
I was gonna say I can just help you remove this crowd if you need to, so you guys can have your space and focus on on the body instead of the crowd.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That's a 5.
All right.
Total.
The guard's like, we have it under control. Please just back up and give us space to take care of this.
I comply with what the guard asks.
All right. And so you see there are more guards kind of making their way over, helping to get this perimeter around the site of this apparent murder. As they start investigating, kind of push you. So yeah, you are on the map here. Sorry, you're right here between these buildings. And they kind of they're blocking off the alleyway completely, pushing you guys out, toward the street. Very similar to the setup that was at in Sunrise, where they had everyone was kind of standing on the streets, trying to get a peek.
So, while this is going on, and are the guards focused on me now, or I back up? So, are they focused on us, or are they focused on the body?
There are some who are ensuring no one gets, too close, and some looking at the body. They seem a little distracted. What are you wanting to do?
So what I want to do is, if they're not focused, I'm gonna back up and start walking, not running, but speed walking towards the balding bard.
Okay.
I wanna start walking to around this area, over here, where I feel like I'm out of the guard's sight, and then just run the whole way after.
Okay. All right. So you
get there as fast as I can.
Yeah. So you just book it through the streets toward the balding bard, through the merchant quarter, as you see, some people are starting to set up their shops as you just go whizzing by and kind of burst into the balding bard. What are you doing there?
Once I get there, I'm gonna Levy and are the guys up?
Levy and
Are Levy and Elamir up?
I'd say they're probably up at this point.
What time is it?
At this point, it's probably about 6:30, I'd say. Maybe
Definitely
7
not
o'clock.
up.
All right.
Definitely
So
not
Levy's
up.
still asleep. Elamir, would you be
I
up
would
at
be
that time?
awake with some coffee.
Okay. So you see Elamir down at the tavern. No sign of Levy.
So they're not down yet?
Elamir is.
I am down.
Elmir is.
Okay,
not.
so
was
I
up there, so no.
I look at Elamir and I say, quickly, follow me. Let's go to Levy's room right now. There's something important that we have to discuss at this very moment. So let's go. And I just rush upstairs to Levy's room and I'm like pounding hard on his door, waking them up.
Are you following him, Elamir?
Yep, with coffee in hand.
All right. So you guys make your way up to Levy's room.
Hello.
All right.
And I'm like, Levy, open up. It's important.
It's unlocked. Just open it.
I open it and I wait for Elamir to step inside with me if he's going to get inside.
Yeah, and I look at him. I see his tired state, and I say, "Well, this was my coffee, but you might need it more."
You're a saint. I'm just downed.
All right. All right. So, guys, I woke up early this morning because I had some some personal matters to attend to. But as I was making my way back, there was one of the guards that we met last night, Kiara. I don't know if you guys remember her.
Oh, unfortunately, yeah, I remember her.
Well, in the alleyway by the temple of Miriam, her body laid there, dead, missing her face.
Oh no.
So now we have a serial killer.
I have a feeling that this has become a little bigger than what we expected. So as soon as I saw that, I just booked it over here just so I could alert you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
There's a few guards there right now trying to push people off, but I think they're gonna bring Captain Doring over there in a bit. I think some of the guards were on their way to the guardhouse to fetch him, so we might be able to meet up with Doring over there if we hurry up and move out.
Okay, I got it. How about you guys go? I'll go. I need to go to the Gazette and talk to. Well, I guess who do I want to talk to there?
Groggard.
Probably
Groggard.
Groggard. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see if Groggard's in.
Okay.
And talk to him. We need to make sure that, you know, if they want us to still stay on this case, keep reporting on it. Otherwise, you know, I want to make sure, you know, we're not getting on the toes of our employer. So, but if you guys can go check that out while I go do that, that would be super helpful. And we
Makes
can
sense.
reconvene. I can
Okay.
meet up afterwards.
I think we
Right.
can do that.
So Levy's gonna head to the Gazette. Elamir and Steelscar are heading back to Guild's Way to the incident. Is what it sounds like. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. That's,
All
so
All right. So Levy, or Elamir and Steelscar, you head off. Levy, so you were heading over to the Gazette right away.
Yep.
All right. So you make your way over. It seems that it is unlocked, so you make your way inside. After getting yourself prepared and ready to go,
Yeah.
of course. You make your way inside. It's quiet. Doesn't seem like the printing presses have started just yet. As you make your way up the steps, and you see Sharon sitting at the desk, and you see Groggard's door is open.
Is Groggard in? Can I go speak with him?
She's like, "Oh, of course, yes."
Great. By the way, good morning to you too. I'm sorry, I'm terribly in a
Good
rush
morning
and I
to you.
didn't
No worries.
forgot my manners. And so rushing in,
All
go
right,
talk to
you
Groggard.
walk in. Groggard seems to have just be getting in. You know, he's setting down a few things. He has a little knapsack that he's carrying. He's opening it up, taking some stuff out. As he hears you enter, he's like, "Ah, Levy, good to see you. How goes the investigation?"
Well, I wrote up a report for you on what happened to Sebastian, and wanted to talk to you about that. So, just turns out, absolutely, completely, just on this morning, Steelscar was out and about and on his way back, and came upon another victim looks to be about from the same murderer. And I wanted to let you know about that too.
He kind of scratches his chin. He's like, "Yes, I had a chance to read through your report last night. It seems like you still have work to do.
All right.
This
keep at it.
Seems like you're not quite done here."
All right. Would you like to? So, what would you want us to do? Do you want us to figure out like exactly and see this through all the way to the end and make sure we can report, be there when the guards apprehend whoever's responsible about this?
He's
Something like that.
At this point, that to me seems like probably the best scenario here. Follow it through
Sounds
to the
great.
end. The people
Sounds
need
great.
to know.
We'll do that, boss.
He's like, "All right, and we'll be getting that report that you sent over out as soon as we can."
Yes, definitely. We just want to keep the people safe.
And of course, good luck and stay safe.
Thanks. And then I'll leave.
Okay.
What was the Smith's name again? Gosh, it's been so long.
Amber and Oscar.
Amber and Oscar. Are they in right now?
You look over, and it does look like they're in. Seems like everyone gets here around the same time.
Okay. Can I talk to Amber? Because I had an idea, and I wanted to talk to her about it.
Sure. So you enter in,
So-
it looks like they're just getting in as well, and they greet you as you enter inside.
Morning.
Dearie. How are you doing today?
Good. I used your device, your book last night. It was fantastic.
Oh, good to
Thank you.
hear, good to hear.
So while I was writing it, I actually had a question. So the magic that you developed for this, does it only work for writing, or does it work for could you make it work for sound too?
And she says, "Well, right now it's just writing is all it is capable of at this point."
Because I was wondering, since I'm in the field and I have partners that I'm with, it would be really helpful to be able to communicate with them, one-on-one without over possibility of distance or through walls or whatever that my own personal magic might not be able to reach. I was wondering if you might know anything that might be able to help us with that.
So just I need clarification. Are you saying you want something to communicate with, like Steelscar and Elamir?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, like a way to communicate with them.
Yeah, I want to be able to SMS them.
Yeah,
Maybe.
pretty much. Okay. She thinks for a moment. She's like, "Well, I know of some devices that are capable of doing that. I don't have anything on hand that can do that. They get a little pricey. But
Okay.
I know the magic exists."
Well, do you think you could look into maybe about how much something like that would cost, and then I can come and talk to you guys later about it?
She says, "Of course. I'll start seeing what I can find for you."
Great, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Of course,
I'm off.
dearie. All right, you just book it out the room
it.
before she's even done. All right,
Yep.
so you make your way. You're starting to make your way over to Guild's Way. All right, so Elamir and Steelscar, you guys, as you guys go rushing off toward Guild's Way, you make your way past all the. You walk in, or you guys just in a dead sprint?
I am in a dead sprint.
All right, Elamir, are you chasing after him, or just?
I think I have to, unfortunately.
All right, so you start booking it after him. Both of you sprinting, making your way through the merchant quarter and into Guild's Way. And it seems that the crowd, as you get closer, has grown. Number of people who are just trying to get a peek to see what's going on. And you eventually stand, making your way toward the crowd.
I bet it's a small chance, but do we see the captain anywhere?
You don't see him from where you're standing. No, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
Why not? 23.
23. Okay, so you move closer, and you're able to kind of peer through kind of the crowd. The bits of two heads move for a second, so you're able to kind of see up, and you do see someone who kind of looks like Captain Doring, kind of up near where all the guards are kind of gathered around.
Okay. I signal to Steelscar. that I think I've seen where he's at and kind of push him that way.
Okay. So you guys are trying to push your way through the crowd to get up to the front?
Yes, but not make a scene. We don't need to be attacked when everybody's on edge.
Okay. So you guys try and slowly, move past some of the people nearby, and you get up to the front, and what you can see, there are guards kind of standing in your way, kind of blocking entrance into the alleyway right here. But yeah, so you can see, at this point, it looks like probably about 6, 7, 8 guards, and then you see Doring kind of looking at the body. Some guards are, some are blocking one side of the alleyway, some are blocking the other side of the alleyway, some of them are just talking with each other. And you see kind of guards moving through the crowd, some entering the scene, some exiting the scene. So yeah.
Are there any guards that look like we might be able to get their attention?
So there are 2 standing right in front of you guys, blocking your entrance to the alleyway. So getting their attention would be relatively easy, because they're right in front of you.
Okay. I would like to try to talk to them and see if they'll hear us out at all and not just try to push us away.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
I guess just basically saying, like, Captain Doring knows that we're kind of informed about what's going on, and we think that we might be able to help some more if we could just talk to him.
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Okay. 14.
14. The
Yes.
guard doesn't seem fully convinced. He's like, so you're just gonna have to wait like everyone else here.
Okay. I understand. We were with him last night when we found the development
He's like, Sir,
from.
I'm sure you and Captain Doring are best friends, but this is an active crime scene right now.
Okay, and then I nudged Steelscar. I'm like, do the salute. Maybe it'll work.
I step up and I'm like, I salute and I'm like, we are here to assist in any way possible. Captain Doring knows of our services, and if there's anything you need help with, let us know.
Alright, go ahead and roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Come on!
Disadvantage because Elamir already failed.
I really paved the road for you here.
Oh.
Disadvantage.
I paved
our
it with
disadvantage?
toilet paper.
Guys, I just rolled a natural 20, and that doesn't count because I gotta roll
That
again.
hurts.
Just do it again.
Do it again.
Oh.
I rolled a 2 plus 2 equals 4.
That's on you. I'm not taking blame.
And so as you approach, the guard says, the best way you can help is to back up and stop asking questions.
Okay. I don't know that we're gonna get very far right now. Then. Maybe someone can send a message to the captain when he gets here.
And at that moment, Levy comes running up out of breath. So Levy, you make your way into the guild's way, and you see a large crowd gathered around.
Did we get a long rest for last night?
Yes. Yes,
Okay,
you guys
sorry,
got
I
everything
just wanted to make sure I get everything back.
Yep, you did.
Okay.
Right, so you see a large crowd off to your left, right off of the... well, some of them are on the path, others are closer to the alleyway.
This was a hard run. I've never run so fast.
So you guys see as Levy shows up out of breath.
I have 8 strength. Jeez.
I'll kind of update him. Basically, guards aren't interested in letting us in. Reasonably so, since it's one of their own this time. So
Well,
we might
do we
have
need
to
to be
just...
let in for this?
What'd you say? Sorry.
Do we need to be let in? Steelscar, you said you saw the body, right? So what more do we need to see?
Well,
we just more need the captain.
yeah,
Right,
I think
we need the captain, definitely.
well, right now they're not letting us get anywhere near the captain because this is official business. But
Did you see where the captain was?
I think Elamir saw him. I tried to look through the crowd, but it's just so overcrowded that it's hard for me to.
Elamir, can you point him out for me?
Well, so I guess I saw him behind these guards, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
he's,
so point
he's
him out.
probably about. You guys are standing at the edge of the alleyway. He's probably about 30, 40 feet away from you in the alleyway.
Okay. I mean, I could get his attention, but I can't guarantee that he would not be a little annoyed with us if I do.
When has that stopped us?
Well, I mean, proper place and time
Sure,
for being
sure.
annoying.
This is a bit of a heavier setting than the last time we bugged him.
Yes.
I would say it's probably best to wait till they do their reports and start heading back to the guardhouse to talk to them, because I think they're in full-blown investigation mode at the moment.
Why don't we try and like split off and try and talk to some people that are around here and see what if they saw anything.
I guess before we go, my one last plea at bugging the guards that were still sort of nearby is just basically saying, like, the captain knows we're part of the press. If there's anything he'd like to get out now, we can communicate that instantaneously.
Is that a threat or?
No, I'm saying, like, if he wants to make a statement, we can help them get
got
something
it.
out.
Yeah. Is there a statement the guards would like to make about this? I like
Are you
that.
asking the guard this, or you guys are
Yeah.
talking
Yes.
it over together?
No,
we were
I'd like to
talking
ask
it
the
over, now
guards.
asking.
All right. So the guard seems. Who's asking this question?
I'll ask.
I'll ask, I guess.
Oh, okay. You
Alright,
go
I
for
don't
it
know.
then.
I'm
Yeah.
I asked nothing. I'm only there. I'm like right there with my arms
Right.
crossed, just looking tough.
Levy, go ahead and roll persuasion check at disadvantage.
2 die.
The guards are feeling quite frustrated at the barrage of questions.
All right, so my lowest was a 20.
Hey.
I rolled
guard-
a 12 and a 14, so.
The guard just seems. He looks like he's gonna say something like, screw off or something like that, and he kind of like regains his composure. He's like, look, I'm sorry, alright? It's a very stressful situation, as you can imagine. I can't make any decisions on anything right now. I'm just here to make sure that no one disrupts the crime scene. If you need to speak to the captain, or you need a statement or something like that, just hang around. I'm sure you'll get an opportunity later.
Thank you. We'll definitely wait around. Anything we could do to help make ourselves useful in the meantime?
He's like, the best thing you can do is just let us do our job, and maybe keep an eye on the crowd, see if you see anything that someone else is noticing. I don't know. And he just kind of goes back to his post.
All right, so I'll talk to the Steelscar. You were all there, right? Listening to the guard talk.
Yeah, we were all there next to you.
Okay, so then, what do you guys think? Do you think we should just like hang out, wait a bit for them to get done investigating, and then talk to the captain, and then kind of like keep an eye on the crowd until then?
I think so. Maybe try to get some witness statements.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. So we can split up and do that.
All right. Then, are you each doing it separately, or are you guys helping each other out?
I feel like we get more done separately, but
Steelscar will stay in the crowd now that Captain pointed out, and I'll just keep watch to see when he starts heading back to the guardhouse.
Doring?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No,
So you.
yeah, like so I'm just gonna stay there and just
Yeah.
watch over Captain Doring to know when he's heading back, so I can let the
you're
guys
waiting.
know.
Yeah, you're just keeping an eye on Doring. Okay.
Yeah, because I suck at talking to people. So.
Okay. And so, Levy, what are you trying to do?
I just want to know, like, if they happen to know the victim, if they had seen anything, or if they any information that they might be able to help out with.
All right,
Like,
so you
if
just
they
want
hear
to
anything.
talk to
Yeah.
some people, maybe gather some information. Okay, go ahead
exactly.
and roll a. I would say a investigation check.
15.
15. Okay. After scanning the crowd, you feel like you can kind of tell maybe who is just here because of it's a crowd, and maybe some here who may actually know something worthwhile. You're not sure, but you just kind of drawn to certain people over others. So you approach a man. He has kind of short black hair, a bushy mustache, and you ask him what.
Excuse me, sir. I just wanted to ask. Did you see anything that happened? Did you hear anything? Do you know what's going on?
Sorry, go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, that would be a 12.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you and is like, I'm not sure. I just was one of the first over here when I heard someone shouting, and we ran over here and we just saw this woman's body laying on the ground. I'm sorry, I don't really know much other than that. It's just we saw the body and got the guards.
What did you hear? Did you hear someone yelling for you, or like yelling for help or something, or was some other kind of sound?
I I saw someone or heard someone just shouting for the guards.
Okay, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Of
Stay
course.
safe.
All right.
And I'll keep going around rounds or whatever if there's anyone else. But...
All right. I'd say with the roll that you got, he was probably the one that you felt was
Okay.
who may know something. You can ask around more if you'd like. But you get the sense that unless most people just so happen to come across the scene.
Then if I don't think anyone else is worthwhile to like talk to in the crowd, maybe can I just like step outside the crowd a bit and just kind of watch it?
Sure.
See if anyone's like doing anything shady at all.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right, gotta use a different die. Otherwise the rolls go bad. Oh, never mind. That was a nat 1, so...
All right. You're just kind of shaken by
6.
the whole situation. You were just speaking to Kiara the other day. Kind of is jarring to you, and you're finding it difficult to really scan the crowd without just all these emotions and thoughts kind of flooding your mind.
Gosh.
I'm sorry I said that mean thing.
I'm sorry, I played a practical joke.
Elamir, what were you trying to do?
I think I was similar idea of trying to find somebody who might know anything, but I don't know if my luck would be the same.
Well, you can certainly try.
All right, I'll go for it.
Why we split up?
That's a 2.
A 2? Okay.
Well, 6, but yeah.
You walk around and you talk to a few people, and it doesn't seem like anyone really knows much. A lot of them just seem to be here again because it's the crowd, and they're like, I saw a group of people and I heard some kind of shouting and people seemed excited about something, and so I just made my way over here.
Okay. I guess we'll all post up and just kind of wait to see if things die down.
Okay. All right, so you're just kind of standing off to the side with Levy, just
Right.
waiting for things to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys wait around for probably about hour and a half. You see guards moving back and forth. The crowd kind of starts to disperse. A few people hang around. And eventually you see some people show up with like a stretcher of sorts. And they load the body onto the stretcher and make their way toward the temple. And as they do that, you see Captain Doring start to make his way toward the temple as well.
Okay, should we follow then? So Steelscar would probably see it first, right?
Yeah, he was watching Doring, so he would have seen it first.
Okay.
So yeah, as soon as I see that, like, I'll look around for the guys and I'll signal to them that Doring is on the move.
All right.
Okay. So then we can kind of ambush him.
Pinch him.
Captain Doring, Captain Doring.
All right, so you chase after him as he's making his way toward the temple, and as you catch up, he's like, "Oh, the levy. What? I'm sorry. We're making our way to the temple for the body to receive its last
Can we
rites."
walk with you?
He looks very tired. Not like an exhaustion tired. You're seeing kind of like dark circles under his eyes, and he's like, of course, come on. And they make their way
first
toward.
Of all, so sorry for your loss, my friend. So sorry.
He's like, he just kind of like grunts and approve, like in acknowledgement as they make their way toward the temple. You guys get there. It seems that the body has been transported down to the catacombs where you guys went before, but most of the guards are kind of hanging around in the main, the area just outside where the sanctuary would be, kind of thing.
Captain Doring, can we have a moment of your time?
He's like, make it quick. I will be meeting with the High Priestess again in just a few moments. What do you need?
We would like to help in any way possible to figure out who's done this. The city is unrestful at the moment, and that's not good for anyone here. So we would like to offer our unique services to see if we can, see this through to the end and catch whoever did this.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
16.
Okay. He
Not bad, not bad.
kind of sighs heavily, just it's like, I can't help but feel a bit responsible for all of this.
How? You couldn't do anything about this.
Captain, I like interject in the conversation, and I'm like, Captain Doring, if I might add to this, we met Kiara last night, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
It was yesterday. It wasn't last night.
Yeah, it was
yesterday. But we never met her when we went to the sewers, right?
She walked out past us.
Yep. As you guys were going to meet with Doring after you had done it, she left because you were getting escorted by one guard, and they seemed to know each other.
Okay, so I interject, and I'm like, we actually met Kiara for the first time yesterday, and I want to say we had a very pleasant interaction. So I personally can't speak for the rest of the group, but I feel like matters really just got personal. And if there's anything in your power that you can do to allow us to help you, we would really, really appreciate.
He thinks for a moment. He's like, that is odd. It's difficult to say whether it is a coincidence or if there is some meaning behind it. It's difficult to say, really. I'll be questioning the spirit of Kiara. That's what I'm meeting with the High Priestess about. I suppose if you would like to be there in attendance again for this, I guess the more people who may have questions that help solve this could be helpful. So just hang around here. The best way you can help is to keep an eye out and see if you see anything suspicious. As you can imagine, the guards are quite on edge. One of their own has been killed. And this seems like a message being sent or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. And at that moment, you see kind of a priest walk up and kind of tap Doring on the shoulder. And he's like, it seems that Delma is ready for me. I'll be back here shortly, as he kind of steps away and follows the priest.
Guys, are we junior guards yet?
Honorary guards.
What,
Not honor guards. Honorary
Well,
guards.
I don't know about you guys, but I was in the military, so I think I'm way past guard at this.
Yeah, you are. You got that salute down, man. Like, I want to try and like imitate it. Can I like roll for something for that?
Performance.
Performance check.
Oh my god, are you really?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh!
he just nails that salute. It's impressive. Like,
Just a boom, perfect
yeah,
angle.
like such
And
perfect
as
angle
soon-
snaps. Like,
As soon as he does that perfectly, I return it perfectly back to him.
is it out of just habit or is it?
It is out of habit.
You do it and you're like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
Yeah, and after I do it in my mind, I'm like, why am I saluting him? He doesn't seem like the kind of person to have any military experience.
As you're talking this over to yourself, they're just laughing at you.
Jerks.
Me and Elmer are just like, oh man, like my salute. I learned from the back there just by watching you, so
There you go.
thank you.
All right. So do you guys have anything you'd like to do, or you just want to wait around?
I'd probably just I'll do what Captain Doring said and just like do like a perception on the people around.
Yeah, I would like to use the help action to.
Okay. You're gonna help him out with that. Okay. Are you doing Are you looking inside the temple? Are you looking outside the temple? What are you doing?
I was probably gonna say like near the entryway, so I can kind of keep an eye on both. But that was
Okay.
kind of more of my opinion. It was just like,
All right.
all right, so okay, check here.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage.
All right, first one, oof. Second one, oof.
Oh, come on!
Just like to show everyone, this is what I rolled for both of them. It's like double.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. Total, that's
So my perception is 7 for both of them.
All right. So you gaze around. You don't. Nothing sticks out to you. It seems people are going back to their business as usual. Some just wealthy-looking people making their way up and down the streets. Inside, you see some priests, followers of Miriam making their way around the temple and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. Guys, I don't see anything suspicious. Suspicious? Oh my god, I can't talk.
All right. Anything else you guys would like to do?
Where did it happen at on the map?
So it happened, right where it says Guild's Way, right?
Okay.
There.
It's like that aisle or
Yep.
alley.
Yep.
Okay.
And you guys are currently at the temple, which it's actually not super far from where it took place.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Okay. I was gonna check one of the local guild houses to see if they might have seen anything, but nobody seems to, based on its location.
Yeah, it's kind of away. It's not in the center of Guild's Way. It seems to be right on the edge.
Sure.
You can certainly go over there and make a perception check or something like that if you just want to see what you can see. Or not.
No, I don't want to irritate the guards.
Well,
Pretty-
perception check wouldn't be talking. Perception's just looking around.
Okay.
Up
okay.
to you though.
I'll do
Whatever
that
you
then.
wanna do.
No, I think that's fair.
Okay.
I will see what I perceive, and I get an 11.
You are doing this over at near the scene of the crime, or at the temple. Where
Yeah.
you're doing again? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't communicate any of
You're
that.
fine.
Tried to like loop around where like the baker's guild house is.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you make your way over there, and there are 2 guards posted on the edge of that alleyway.
Mm-hmm.
Seems they are just cleaning up the mess or whatever. There's some blood stains.
The mess. Ooh, how do you get that job?
Someone's got to do it. And it is one of their own, so might be a sign of respect or something like that. But no, you don't see anything that sticks out to you. It seems
Okay.
people, some are just moving on with their lives, and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm wondering if I would assume the person hasn't left the city. Just like exploring my thoughts here. If they're a serial killer, they probably are sticking around. But yeah, I think we just have to wait now.
Okay. So you make your way back to the temple?
Yeah.
Alright, so you make your way back to the temple. You guys wait probably about 20 minutes until you see Doring making his way out of the High Priestess's office and toward you guys. And as he gets closer, he seems to look a little less stressed about the situation and just kind of lets out a sigh of relief. And it's like, Delma is, there will be performing the last rites for Kiara, and then we will be able to speak with her. It should just be any moment now. She said she would come and get us when we were ready.
Okay, sounds good.
I just nod in approval.
All right. So you guys are just gonna wait probably about another 20 minutes, and then some priests approach you guys and kind of lead you guys back. Same place they took you when you were just speaking with Sebastian. Down the steps into the catacombs, you see kind of these little inlets, rooms off to either side. Sorry about that. Knocked over a board. On either side, you see some bodies in there on tables, others don't. And the priests lead you to one where you presume to be the body of Kiara. And there are some guards following you as well. It's not just you guys enduring. And you guys head down there. And Doring, in similar fashion to the time that with Sebastian, he approaches the table, kind of peels the cloth that's over the face back, and you can see that it does seem to be Kiara, even though her face has been removed. And he just kind of like kneels down, and his amulet glows for a second as he speaks, and he's like, Kiara, I am so sorry for what has happened. Please help us in any way that you can. And then he kind of steps back, and you see kind of the chest kind of expand, and kind of this kind of heavy breathing. He's like, Kiara, do you know who it was who killed you? What did they look like? And you hear the sound. It's, they had ash gray skin. Their eyes were white. And they would change their appearance. Then a moment of silence as Doring says, how did they get to you? How did you end up in the alleyway? And you just hear a pause. You hear, I heard a voice calling from the alleyway. It was an elderly woman. But as I got closer, she changed and attacked me. And then he thinks for a moment and is like, did they say anything when they attacked you? And a moment later you hear, they said, your death is a tragedy, but every show must have a tragedy. And then he kind of like steps back, looks confused, kind of like looks over at you guys and is like, did you have any questions?
I look at Levy.
Shit. I do, but I don't remember what I wanted to ask right now. Give me a second. What did they attack her with? How was she attacked? 'Cause, I mean, I'm assuming she was a guard, so can I ask, like, what did they attack you with?
One of the guards behind you speaks up and says, "Oh, well, it looked like she was stabbed with a dagger or something, from the wounds that we can tell."
Was it? She might have gotten a good look at the weapon, so then we can figure out that kind of weapon, check and see if anyone has that kind of thing, or if it ties them to anything.
This kind of shrugs, he's like, "That's not a bad idea." And then you hear Dorian kind of ask your question, and you hear the voice say, "The dagger had a gold pommel and a small symbol on the side. We could not make it out, but it was made of steel."
Okay, so it had a small symbol on the side. Interesting. I don't think there's any way for me to get that kind of symbol. So,
Like to figure out what the symbol was.
yeah, to figure out what the symbol was.
Yeah, you're not. It
don't really
seemed like maybe they didn't know.
Yeah, it sounds like she doesn't know exactly what it is, so I don't think I would be able to get anything from that. Did the person have a mouth? Was it the same one as before? Because this could... the one yesterday was described as ash gray skin, white eyes, and no mouth. Just to be sure it's not just something like some kind of like changeling or something like that.
So you want to ask if they had a mouth?
Yeah.
Okay. So Doring asks, and you just hear the voice say, "It did not look like they had a mouth."
Okay. Then...
And at that point, you see kind of the chest deflate as the spell seems to have worn off.
Okay, then.
At that point,
Does-
Doring kind of turns around and shakes his head, and he says, "Well, it certainly sounds like it was the same person. And we need to catch them before they do this again."
But what could be their goal? What ties them together? Kiara seemed to know Sebastian from yesterday. She seemed emotional about it.
He said, I do not know what the connection is. You know, yesterday it seemed like just a random killing. It could still be that. It could not. I'm not sure. The part that sticks out to me, though, is what he said to her. That your death is a tragedy, but every show must have a tragedy? What does that even mean? And he just seems lost in thought.
Seems like a person with a flair for the dramatic.
It certainly seems that way.
Very true.
I was wondering if we could go see and figure out what manner of creature this person is. It doesn't sound like a human, especially with the white eyes, ash gray skin, and no mouth.
He's like,
Maybe having a better idea what we're dealing with.
he nods and he's like, yes, I spent late into the night seeing if I could find any information on that. I didn't have much luck. You could certainly try. Maybe you would have better chance. More eyes is better. I have to make my way back to the god house. We need to start making some changes around here to ensure people stay safe.
Is there anything that we should, that you would like us at the press to, kind of tell the people?
And he just kind of shakes his head. He says, if there's anything that you need to know, we'll be sure to let Broderick know. But right now, there's nothing that we can think of.
Okay, very well. We'll try on our end to see if we can figure out who did this too and keep you informed.
He says, very well. Stay safe. Let us know if you find anything. And you know where to find me.
Guess I'll ask before we go if we encounter somebody dangerous that seems to be connected to this, what do we do?
He kind of small grin, and he's like, well, I would say let someone know, but you all seem capable. I certainly wouldn't condone you attacking innocent people, but if your life is threatened, by the gods, do what you can to stay safe. But don't charge headlong into danger if you don't need to.
Understood.
Sounds smart. Stay safe, Captain.
With that, yeah, he and the guards start to make their way up the steps and lead you guys down there.
So, guys, we got a serial killer.
Yeah, it's still equally unsettling the second time.
Yeah, especially that whole raising the dead thing. It's a bit much, but it's cheating for an investigation. It works, whatever.
So we're left alone with the body.
Well, the priests are still down there with you.
Oh, okay.
You guys aren't just there by yourselves.
Are they looking like they want us to leave?
Kind of. Seem to be
Okay.
shuffling awkwardly.
We'll leave and bring Steelscar with us.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had an important.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I wasn't looking. Alright,
We'll
so you
catch
guys
up.
make your way up the steps.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we leaving the temple already, or are we left?
Yeah.
So you're leaving the catacombs, making your way up steps to the main.
So as we're leaving as we're leaving, I'll just look at High Priestess Delma, give her a respectful bow.
She was not
In
there.
oh, okay, never mind then. So okay, I'll just follow.
It's all good. Yeah,
Cool.
so she's not there.
So, what do you guys think? Do you think we want to go check out the Scribe Guild, or was it
The
Scholars
The-
Guild House?
yeah.
The Scholars Guild House. I was thinking that if we wanted to ask about the person and see if we can get a race, I don't know,
Yeah.
like a type of creature. And then they said it was a steel blade, so I don't know if there was a weapons master that we could speak to. Maybe
well,
this was
Probably be I don't know, an armorer or something, or a blacksmith.
Maybe we could talk to Oscar about it.
Oscar
Yeah.
as well.
Oscar is a very good blacksmith that does work for the Gazette, so maybe he
always-
could give us some insight on it.
It's a great idea. That'll work. Yeah.
So you guys, are you heading, going to the Scholars Guild House, or following up on the dagger?
Do we
And
want to
scholars,
all go
since we're
together
there.
and look together, or do we want to split up and kind of try and hit two places at the same time?
I think it makes sense to just go to the Scholars since we're all here together anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys want to make your way to the Scholars Guild House?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
please.
was just bringing it up because I know how emotional Steelscar gets when he reads. So I just wanted to, make sure his heart is ready for that.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way over to the Scholars Guild House. And as you enter, same thing you guys saw before. There's someone kind of at the front. If you have questions, so you can ask them. Otherwise, you're free to see what you can find. Do you have something specific you're looking for?
Maybe a bestiary book or something like that, like a book of creatures.
Okay. Anything in particular, or just a book about creatures?
Well, since we're specifically looking for something that we're looking for creatures that could like maybe change shape. So any kind of like shape-changing creatures, like a book that would concern that kind of being, or maybe
you
evil
can ask
creatures?
someone.
Yeah,
If you'd
yeah,
like,
that's
or
what I
you
figured.
can
Like,
roll. Sure.
asking like a clerk or something.
Okay. Yeah, so there's someone at the front that you can ask. It's a female dwarf who's just kind of sitting there reading through a book, and as you approach, she kind of like says in a hushed tone, yes, is there something you need?
All right, and then so to respect her privacy, I'm just gonna like finger gun her and just give a message and just like, hey, so in order to be completely silent, we're just looking for a few books, and then describe to her what we're looking for with
Okay.
like the creature.
All right. She responds and kind of directs you into a certain area. Actually, she will get up and walk you toward a spot, and she gathers, looking around, probably about 4 books for you guys to take a look through.
Spread them out.
Based on what you had given her, things that can change shape or just kind of a general bestiary sort of thing. So yeah. So if you guys are going to look through the books, then I would need each of you to make an investigation check.
Okay.
All of us?
So I'm assuming each of you are going to look at a book, and then one of you need to roll twice to look at the 4th book.
All right, I'll roll once. Investigation, you said, right?
Yep.
My investigation is
I have +3.
It's better than mine. You go for it.
17 for me.
14 for me.
All right.
I rolled.
So Steelscar is looking at the first book.
I'll look
got
at the
what?
first book, yeah.
You got
17 total.
Levy, you're looking at the second book. And
14.
you got 14.
Mhm.
All right. Elamir, what are you looking at? You're looking at the 3rd book. What'd you get?
An 18.
18. All right. And who wants to take a look at the 4th book?
I
give
rolled
it
the
to
second
Elmir.
time already, and I
Alright.
got a 4.
Okay.
Nothing in that last book.
Got real
Alright.
tired of reading.
So as you guys are all kind of thumbing through the books, pages. You spend probably about an hour going through these books. They're quite large, a lot of information. But Elamir, you do eventually come across in your book a few entries about creatures that have the ability to change shape. The 2 that you come across, one of them being a race of individuals known as changelings, who have the ability to change the way they look, as well as a group or a creature known as a doppelganger that has the ability to also change the way it looks.
Okay. And then after reading this, do I personally know anything about them that gives me some more intuition, or am I learning all this for the first time?
I would say go ahead and roll a history check. Let's see what you know.
16.
16. Okay. In your travels, you've traveled around a bit, been around, you're an elf. You've heard of both of these groups of people, changelings and doppelgangers. What you know is changelings, depending on their upbringing, some may use their abilities to change shape for good. Some, it's obvious that they're a changeling, right? They live as a changeling and only use that ability if they need to. Others may use it for more nefarious purposes. Doppelgangers, kind of similar, but a lot less common. You don't really see them among the general populace, but their goals are more selfishly inclined to kind of get something.
Okay. And then I guess last thing on this subject, did anything mention kind of the things that we mentioned as far as like grayskin, mouthless?
Yes. So the changelings tend to have like white hair and kind of a white, palish skin. maybe from ranging from kind of gray to white. And for the sorry, I was thinking what else. So for the doppelgangers, they seem to have no hair on their body, kind of dark gray skin, kind of weathered looking. For the doppelgangers, it does mention that their eyes are kind of glazed over white, whereas a changeling looks more human in appearance than a doppelganger.
Okay.
Does it have any like ways to deal with them?
Not in this particular book. This particular book seems to just be informational.
BRB, guys.
Is he okay?
Yeah, it said BRB, so.
We could. I mean, it's almost 2 hours. We could call it for the night. If we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have anything else that you were looking for here?
I guess probably the other thing would be like, now that we know what it is, go see if there's anything on how to stop them.
Okay.
Like
Or find them or track them.
track them, or like maybe like kill them in case it's a difficult thing to do.
Okay. So you can ask the clerk if they have anything like that, if you'd like.
Yeah. Doppelganger.
Okay.
Probably. It sounds like it's more like a doppelganger.
I was leaning the other way.
Oh, really? You're thinking the other way? You're
Because
thinking more...
nobody said it seemed unhuman.
It's true.
So I don't know. We might need to keep both options open.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys walk up to the clerk, ask, if there's anything about how to deal with these creatures. She basically just tells you that the books that she had given you was all they really had on that topic. If you're looking for something that, excuse me, would maybe be in the areas of how to deal with something like this, that's not anything they would have here. You would
Do they
probably...
have no wood? No?
She makes mention that you could maybe check out the Hunters Guild House.
Okay. Then I'll thank them and probably want to head that direction.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
You think that's a good idea, Elamir?
I do.
All right. And at this point, then we can go ahead and wrap it up, since Steelscar seems to have stepped away for something. Well, cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Episode 6. Hopefully, we can get it over to YouTube and get it in podcast format for those who want to listen. Awesome. We will let you guys go. Thank you very much for listening. So long.
See ya.